How are we all feeling? We got a nice intimate group. I love it. This is like, you guys are the first ones. Prime seat opportunities. And you also you have the chance to get the full Kirtan experience tonight from A to Z. It's going to be an amazing evening. We have so many wonderful Kirtaniyas and musicians and singers lined up, and of course the famous vegetarian feast at the end. So much to look forward to. But thank you so much for coming. Thank you for being here. I know there's so many things to do in Rishikesh. It's like, I'm from New York. Well, I'm not from New York. I'm from Australia, but I live in New York now. And I always say, I'm like, there's so many things to do in New York. You know, thanks for coming to Kirtan. And I feel the same at Rishikesh. I feel like there's so many places you could be. The Ganga, at the cool cafes, at the different satsangs and Kirtan events happening. So thank you for being here with us. So nice. I actually wanted to start today singing a different mantra than usual. We always sing this beautiful Maha mantra behind us. It's such a wonderful mantra. We will sing it a little. But there's another beautiful mantra I wanted to sing that I was reflecting on earlier today. And it comes with a short story. I'll try and keep it as short as possible, but a beautiful story of surrender. So does anyone here know who... Hi, welcome. Please come. Does anyone here know who Draupadi is? Heard the name Draupadi before. Padahari, can you tell us who is Draupadi? Yes, she's the wife of the Pandavas. She's a very famous heroine and queen in the Vedic literature and the stories. Has anyone ever heard of the Mahabharata before? A great story. Anyone ever heard of the Ramayana? The story of Lord Ram? So this is one of the epic stories, and another one of the epic stories is known as the Mahabharata, equally as long and wonderful with so many amazing personalities. So Draupadi was known as she was a princess, and she was actually married to the Pandavas, these 5 Pandava brothers. And at that time, they were the rulers of the world. They were the 5 greatest warriors, and they fought, everyone loved them, they fought very much for the side of good, for the side of peace, and everybody loved them. They were very, very righteous kings. Actually, they say back then, people used to go to the kings for everything. Yeah, they say even the farmers, if the crops weren't growing properly, I heard this once, if the crops weren't growing and they're meant to have their harvest and it's not there, they'd go to the king, and it was the king's duty to somehow fix all their problems. So these were the type of kings we're working with here. Very, very amazing personalities. But every amazing personality also has their enemies, right? There's always, with great power and with greatness also comes jealousy and envy and all of this. So they actually had their own cousins. They were known as the Kauravas. They were very envious of the Pandavas. The Pandavas had the rightful heir to the throne, right? It's common even in recent ancient history, not so long ago. It was always common that family members and the feud to who has the right to the throne and who's going to get to be the king. So the Kauravas had this it was like, oh God, here we go again, the Pandavas. And they were actually always plotting different ways that they could kind of ruin their life, even different ways they could kill them, get rid of them. So after many failed attempts, they had this one final idea. They thought, we're going to have a dice match. We're going to call the Pandavas in, and as warriors, they can't refuse a battle. So they thought, we'll call them for a dice match. And what the Pandavas didn't know is they had these dice, very special dice. There's a whole story actually just connected to these dice. But they were very special dice that you could never lose. So they had this upper hand. They knew already from the beginning there's no chance they could lose in this dice match, the great kings. So they called a great assembly. You can imagine hundreds of thousands of people. These are the rulers of the world, right? Everyone's coming to see this dice match. A great arena is there. And the first match is played. And the Pandavas are, okay, we'll put on the line this mountain of gold. And they lose. Think, okay, I'm gonna bet my greatest chariot, my finest chariots that they had. They lost again. And this continued for some time. First it was, okay, now, from chariots and gold to villages, to bigger kingdoms, to whole kingdoms, to countries. And they're losing so badly, like so badly. These dice were like completely just shattering everything for them. So it came to a point where the oldest brother, Yudhisthira, he had nothing left to gamble away. There's no more countries, no more land, no more chariots. And in that moment, he actually first gambled away his younger brother, the youngest of the Pandavas. Very intense moment. You can imagine the drama. Each time the dice is rolled and they're losing again, it's like, what are we going to do? And actually the people loved the Pandavas so much, it was actually breaking so many of their hearts, seeing their loss again and again. So first the youngest of the Pandavas, he was gambled away. Then this even continued, and slowly, each of the Pandava brothers were also gambled away, meaning they also couldn't side with their own brother anymore. And I believe right before gambling even himself away, or maybe just after he gambled himself away, the last thing Yudhisthira, the eldest brother, had to gamble was his wife, Draupadi. He was married to the 5 Pandava brothers. So in this moment, you can imagine Draupadi, right? This story is about Draupadi. You can imagine what she's going through. She was a princess. She had everything she needed. She also had 5 husbands. That was very uncommon even in that day and age. It was very uncommon for a woman to be married to more than one husband. So you can imagine she had so many people there to look after her. She had so many well-wishers. She had, whatever she needed. Always had that protection. And now in this moment of crisis, it's like she's being gambled away and none of her husbands can help her, and it was so intense, shattering, right? Everything that was known and was common and was familiar was taken away from her. So the Kauravas, being of an evil nature and of a spiteful nature, they wanted to really rub it in, right? They wanted to really rub it in. This was the moment that they were waiting for so many years. They're thinking, finally we get to embarrass the Pandavas. So what did they do? They decided, we're going to derobe Draupadi in front of everybody. Max public humiliation. And we have these beautiful sari dresses outside, right? So Draupadi was wearing this beautiful sari, this long cloth tied. So they started to pull her sari. And she's thinking, please, look, someone help me. She's looking at her husbands. No one can help her. She's looking at all her citizens. No one can do anything. And in that moment, she realizes, oh my God, I'm alone. There's no one that can, it's just me. And then she remembers in this time, she's holding her sari with one hand, and with the other hand, she puts it in the air and she thinks, Krishna, please, in this moment, I know you can hear me. I know you hear my prayers. I need your help. You're the only one that can help me right now. And she's pulling with one hand her sari, and the other hand she has her hand, and then eventually she puts both hands in the air and she says, Krishna, please. And she sings this beautiful mantra, Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. And with both her hands in the air, with this complete surrender, she chants this beautiful mantra, these beautiful names of Krishna. And of course, he comes to the rescue. Krishna is our divine best friend, our protector. He's always looking for opportunities to help and save his devotees. So, of course, he came to the rescue. And what did he do? He sent an everlasting long sari. So then, actually, the situation was reversed. It was the Kauravas being embarrassed, these great warriors, pulling on her sari and becoming exhausted with this never-ending cloth, It's piling up in a mountain next to her, and they're just thinking, oh my God, this is an impossible task. And they finally come to their senses and they realize what they're doing is just, it's not right. And they stop, and one of the wiser of the Kauravas side, the Vidura, he's a very cool character in the whole Mahabharata story, but he came in and he said, this is ridiculous, what have you done? this is so sinful. You've tried to, derobe this lady in front of everybody. You have to grant her one thing. So the story continues. Of course, she wishes for her husbands. She wishes to get her husbands back, and the great epic story continues. You can read this amazing story, the Mahabharata. They might even have it out on the table. There's a chance you can ask. They might have this amazing story you can read. But I think this particular moment of surrender is very, very important, because I think we all have what I call Draupadi moments in our life, right? Has anyone ever felt like sometimes everything piles up at once? Sometimes things are going good, and then all of a sudden it's like, bam, 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 and everything's going wrong. You're thinking, oh my God. Or sometimes those moments where you think no one else can understand you, no one else knows what you're going through. And in those moments, we can remember what Draupadi did, and we can sing this beautiful mantra and pray to our divine best friend, Krishna, and come to our rescue also. So we're going to sing this beautiful mantra together. Shri Krishna Govinda. Can you repeat? Shri Krishna Govinda. Hare Murari. He Natha Narayana. Vasudeva. Nice. Beautiful. We'll break it down. Shri Krishna Govinda. All together. Shri Krishna Govinda. Hare Murari. He Natha Narayana Vasudeva. He Natha Narayana Vasudeva. He Natha Narayana Vasudeva. He Natha Narayana Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda. Hare Murari. Let's sing together a little louder. Shri Krishna Govinda. Hare Murari. One more time, a little louder. Shri Krishna Govinda. Hare Murari. He Natha Narayana Vasudeva. He Natha Narayana Vasudeva. Let's put our hands in the air just like Draupadi. Try and have that same feeling of surrender. He Natha Narayana Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda. Hare Murari. Shri Krishna Govinda. Hare Murari. Shri Krishna Govinda. Hare Murari. He Natha Narayana Vasudeva. Narayana Vasudeva. Hey Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Hey Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Everyone. Hey Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Hey Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Hey Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Hey Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari. Hey Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Hey Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Hey Nath Narayana Vasudeva. One more time, a little louder, all together. Hey Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Hey Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Hey Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Krishna Govinda Hare Murari. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari. He Nata Narayana Vasudeva. Narayana Vasudeva. Hey Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Krishna Govinda Hare Murari. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari. He Nata Narayana Vasudeva. Narayana Vasudeva. Krishna Govinda Hare Murari Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari Krishna Govinda Hare Murari Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari Krishna Govinda Hare Murari Govinda Govinda Hare Murari Govinda Govinda Hare Murari Govinda Govinda Hare Murari Govinda Govinda Hare Murari Oh Govinda Govinda Hare Murari Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari Krishna Govinda Hare Murari Nath Narayana Vasudeva Hey Nath Narayana Vasudeva Vasudeva Vasudeva. Hey Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Hey Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Narayana